Hey everybody, welcome to N-Sade GameChat. It's your host Jared with your other host
Hey guys, this is Dower.
and
Going on?
our best friend Trey.
What's up? It's Trey. What's going
Kobe
on?
Bryant.
He's back
Yeah.
again this week.
Back to back. Love to see
Well,
it.
I'm trying to reel in him to keep him on the show forever.
Yeah,
We'll
that
see.
would be nice.
We'll see what's going on.
So, how's everybody been doing this week and what's everybody been playing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Tired as usual, but I'm doing good. Can't complain and still playing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's it's I mean, I'm gonna finish it, but like it's not the greatest game, but there are some fun moments. So it's just that. Yeah. Honestly, a quick thing. When people were comparing it to Sunset Overdrive, I would say Sunset Overdrive has better gameplay compared to this. I really think so. Yeah.
I would believe that. Sunset Overdrive
Yeah.
is probably one of my favorite games from the Xbox One generation. Not all my all-time favorite games, but one of mine from the Xbox generation.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Uh, what about you, Trey?
Everything's been good. Busy week for me. Just been continuing to play through Last of Us Part 2. Um, I have found a new love for FC 24. So I've been playing that with a lot of friends, and the new season of Call of Duty came out, so I've been grinding away. So trying to get everything intact. Warzone's really fun. Fortune keeps back, so all the
Nice.
COD fans know it's important. It's a big map. So.
Well, I don't play COD anymore. I did jump in back when Modern Warfare came out last year.
Mhm.
Well, not last year, but the year before last. And I played for a while, completed the first season, and I was like, it's Call of Duty. It's the same thing as it's been for the last 20 years.
It's fun. I love me some Warzone though. I love it.
Do you still
Yeah.
do you, are you a rager, Trey? Do you rage?
Um, yeah, I feel like you can't really play COD unless you rage a little bit. Like you got to have somewhat like a little dash of toxic in you to be able to play COD. Um, you can't just be like a nice guy, right? You have to go in with like a game face, like we're going to war, take no prisoners
Nice.
type of
Nice.
aspect. So yeah, it's a fun time.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, as long as you're having fun, right? So
Hey, a blast.
So for me, I've been
Huh?
playing Fortnite, especially because of the Ninja Turtle thing. It's Ninja
Oh
Turtles.
yeah, I heard about yeah. I heard
Yep,
about that.
yep. Got I when it first came out, I bought all the Ninja Turtle skins. I'm like, yes, it was my favorite.
You bought all of them?
Yes,
Man,
I haven't bought
you're
the.
obsessed.
They released the Splinter one today. I haven't bought it,
Yeah.
but
You know they had a Splinter COD skin.
yeah, I know they
That
have
was insane.
A Splinter, and
Crazy Tom.
a Shredder,
Yep.
and
No, never mind. They didn't have a Splinter. They just had Shredder. My bad. I got them mixed up.
that would be kind of
Um,
interesting running around as a giant rat in COD.
yeah, but seeing Shredder in Warzone's kind of crazy. Like seeing them charge at you, it's kind of freaky.
But yeah, they're doing a one of those mini battle passes where you pay $5 or $10, and you earn and you get they give you Shredder right out of the bag, and then you get Super Shredder at the end of the pass.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Sick.
And as of today, last night, um, I completed Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth
Hey,
after a
Congrats. Congratulations.
total of 89 hours.
Man.
Jesus.
But that's just how long the main campaign is, or did you play all the side quests too?
I did a lot of side stuff, but
Okay,
probably
okay.
the main campaign's about 20. But
Okay.
But
I was,
it's only 20 hours, the main campaign?
yeah, if you just did straight story.
Gotcha.
But it
And can
really
you do that?
encourages
I'm
you.
sorry.
You can do
I'm sorry.
that,
Okay.
but it really encourages you, especially for leveling and all the leveling and a few other things to build your companions and stuff. It really encourages you to do the side stuff, and it's worth it. And the side stories are really cool, like and the side mini games. Um, I was doing some achievement mop up today, um, and one of them is in the game. There is a dating app,
Nice. Okay.
and it's like you literally have to think about what you're going to say to the person and everything. Like it's pre-made. You choose from it, but it's kind of hilarious.
So you're saying
And
you gotta have Riz on that game. That's what you're saying.
yeah, and
Nice.
basically it tells you to lie for your dating profile to get the best possible matches.
Gotcha.
Wow, that makes sense.
Um, and I will say there are pre-recorded videos of actual extremely beautiful women. Like
Nice.
but there's also joke ones too.
Gotcha.
Um, like let's see, one of the joke ones in the game you can change your class anytime, and it's called Aloha Happy, and you go to talk to him, and there's a phone booth in his place, and you change. Well, he's one of the surprise dates. Like it's like a beautiful woman pictures. Like they send like hot pics. It pops up hot pics, and I mean they're not like that bad from what normal sexting is. It's just like, but it's kind of funny. And
Gotcha.
then you get into the house, and it's either like it goes, here it is, here's the moment. It does that build music, and then you know, like the second the music starts, you know if you got a real girl or a fake. And
A fake.
yeah,
Oh my god.
and the fake plays dun 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 like not like a kind of like goofy music, and it's like, oh, I got a fake. But and then you only have to do 5 of them, and I did it post game. But 2 of them I got were real people, and they were straight up models. They were not. They were like pre-recorded, like climbing into bed and all that other stuff. It was like it was pretty much softcore porn.
Crazy.
These directors love their stuff, man. I guess.
One like because it takes place in Hawaii. One was the 2 I got. One was an actual Japanese girl, and she spoke Japanese. Like it was full on that. And then the other one I was really surprised about was a British white girl, blue eyes, blonde hair. Um, she was just like like hello, Kasuga-san. Like just like trying to sound all sexy, and it wasn't like like it was pretty odd. I will say that.
Gotcha.
But and there's a whole bunch of dungeons. One thing I don't like about the game, and I'm gonna tell everybody, if you're gonna buy the game, if you decide you want to get it, wait until it goes on sale and get the Ultimate Edition, because it locks a lot of extra content. I've never seen a game
Yeah, it's
lock this
tough
much.
though, right? Yeah.
Yep, it
I mean,
locks a dungeon.
I heard someone say that you have to buy the Ultimate Edition in order to get the new Game Plus. You
Yep.
cannot get the new Game Plus with the standard game. That's just dumb, though.
Yeah, it like the Ultimate
That's really
Edition
dumb.
or the deluxe. It's the deluxe. I don't think it's the Ultimate. You just have to get
Yeah,
the
but
deluxe.
yeah.
But it
But still,
locks a dungeon and New Game Plus.
That's insane because all
yeah.
these other games are having like for example like Spider-Man 2 is releasing an update in March that has New Game Plus coming in with it and new suits and everything as a free update.
No,
So
that's cool too, but that also sucks to you how you did not have that in the very beginning, though. Like, why do you have to wait like
yeah,
4 or 5 months to get the new Game
I
Plus?
guess for
So,
replayability, I guess like people
yeah,
are
I
gonna be
mean,
like, okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
replay
yeah,
that's with the Spider-Man. That would be the double dip syndrome with not buying, but I mean like going back to the
playing.
game. And since I still haven't touched my copy, I may wait until that update comes out just to get all the new suits and stuff. But who knows? Um, but and like I said, those have been my 2 games. And I started Blue today. For like I
The
only
fighting
played it.
game?
Yeah, Grand Blue is there's a fighting game, and then there's an RPG. The RPG just came out,
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Did you play
and
the fighting game too, or no?
I have the fighting game on my PlayStation. I really enjoy it.
Okay, okay.
It's a hard fighter too. It's a little bit
Okay,
old school too. It's like old
really?
school.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to play some old school games, so
It's
fighting games, I mean.
like
Yeah.
it's old school style. I mean, it's still brand new, but it has a huge character roster. I think almost 40 some characters.
Hmm. Well,
Um,
I mean, I have a old school fighting game in my top 10, so it's kind of giving you a heads up. So
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Let's see, there was one more thing I was going to say about. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to go before I really get into it. I'm probably going to go back tonight and tomorrow because I have a weird work schedule, and
Yeah, man.
it's actually the game picks up off the. I think it's an old game. I don't know if it was released in America or not, but they did an anime version of it, and it picks up right at the end of that anime, pretty much. So I'm gonna go back and watch it just to kind of catch up because like it didn't do like a recap or anything. So
God.
I kind of want to
I'm kind
know.
of lost. Are you talking about Infinite Wealth or Grand Blue?
Grand Blue,
Grand Blue. Okay, okay, gotcha.
Infinite Wealth. It has a built-in recap if you didn't play 7.
Okay, okay.
But 7 is an excellent starting point for the Yakuza series, especially because it's in English. If you don't want to read and listen to, or read subtitles and listen in Japanese.
I mean, I prefer original language to be honest. Right?
So, well, one thing is cool about this, they actually, even though it takes place in Japan, they actually took American vocal actors, put the stuff on their face, so the facial movements are right, and they actually speak in English.
Oh, that's dope.
So
That
it
is
doesn't
dope.
look wrong at all. It looks exactly right.
Gotcha.
And they did that
Gotcha.
with 7. So the only one that's in English that doesn't have it is the side quest one, the side story one, the Judgment.
Okay.
Lost Judgment has the
Yeah.
updated facial scanning for English.
Gotcha.
So
I heard it's a great game too. A lot of people kind of like that. Both of them,
yeah,
Judgment
I'd give it
and
a
Lost.
yeah. I'd
Yeah.
give. I haven't played Judgment or Lost Judgment, but I would give after completing it, Infinite Wealth a 9.5. No,
Alright.
8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Because
True.
it'd be a 9 for me if it didn't have that lock, that money lock. I feel like that's just it's not right.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
We'll see. They might come out with a special edition after a year, like usually what they do. It comes with it or something. So
Yeah, I mean they'll just. I think they'll just drop the deluxe price and there it is. But so I guess we can move on a little bit. What's the
Let's go.
icebreaker of the week is favorite things to eat. This can be a snack, dinner, or whatever. Since we're doing such a heavy game thing, it's like, let's do something odd and go with favorite foods.
Okay.
How about you,
Who wants
Dower?
to go? I'm going first. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go two things. Let's do the first, the American thing, which is chicken wings, and that flavor I would have for my chicken wings is mango habanero. That's my favorite. That is just my favorite.
yeah, you
That's a
like a
good
So
little
choice.
that's
spice, huh?
yeah.
You
I
like a
like
little
I like my
spice?
spice, man. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
the ghost pepper, not the ghost pepper though, because but that's too much spice though, and you just don't get the taste with that with the ghost
You
pepper.
just get pain. You don't get any
Yeah,
taste.
exactly. Pain, and I mean, yeah, exactly. Whatever, and you just go to the bathroom straight so, right after that. So yeah, mango habanero is my thing. And then the other thing that I really, really love is from my side of the country, from Pakistan, and that's chicken biryani. That's just it's basically yellow rice with like chicken, but
Yeah.
it tastes so good. Like especially if you get it like from Pakistani, don't try the Indian side. All right, nothing against Indians by the way, nothing, but they don't have the spice that we do. So yeah, the
Okay.
Pakistani chicken biryani is just dope. Yeah,
Nice.
Sounds like something
I
I'd have
think
to try.
mine. I think
go ahead.
mine. I think mine's like probably so baked ziti for sure.
Okay.
Honestly, any type of pasta is like a dangerous place for me to be at because like I will tear it up, you know. And like red velvet cake, that's like some good stuff. That's
Yeah,
like
it's good
you
stuff.
know something you know need something sweet too.
Okay.
Red velvet cake.
Yeah, that
Some
is good.
red Tom.
Yeah.
God,
That's good stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
weird, guys. I don't eat sweets. Actually, Trey knew
you know
that for a long
sweets.
time.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at all. Wow.
Couldn't be me. So,
Every once in a while, I might eat a candy bar or something because I like, yeah, but it has to be Snickers. I only like Snickers or
I mean, Snickers is the bomb. Snickers is the bomb.
Snickers
So
or a
yeah.
Reese's Fast Break,
Okay,
which
that's
is
good.
pretty
Good
much a
choices. Yeah.
Snickers. Just Reese version. But let's see, what would be my favorite food? I really didn't think about it but I was like, but I'm gonna have to go with something. It's more of a snack for me. Green
Lettuce.
olives.
Okay. Yeah, it's close to lettuce though. So
Out
Green
of
olives.
everything,
Green olives is on.
really, out of everything, green
Yes.
olives.
Yes, I love green
Man,
olives. I love the salty sour taste.
I
man.
really like Trey's reaction though. He's
Green
like,
olives?
"Oh,
What the?
It's like green olives out of everything. Out of everything you can eat. There's a
I
lot of
mean,
stuff. There's a
I
lot of
could not
stuff.
have guessed
Now
it."
that's my
That's
snack,
crazy.
but probably my favorite thing as a meal is just like Dower wings.
All right, let's go. All right, that's
And
good.
any
Spice? No
pretty much
spice?
any kind of sauce. I like anything hot, spicy. It just depends on my mood. I mean, I make wings all the time. Not really a Pacific one. Um,
Yeah.
Can I ask you another important question? Boneless or traditional?
Traditional. Only wimps
All right,
eat boneless.
cool. I mean, there are
I
some
mean,
people.
judging
They're
by that
like
smile on
boneless.
Trey's face, he's probably one of them.
No, I'm not gonna like. I love regular wings. Like I'll tear up. And I like flats. I'm a flat guy.
Okay,
Um,
they're good. Yeah.
but like I get the whole like I guess battle going on against like our boneless wings, just chicken nuggets, and like technically, yeah, they are. But if they're in front of me, I'm gonna tear them up. You know, like
Boneless ones?
I'll eat
yeah,
boneless too. I'll eat boneless too,
Really?
but I
yeah.
still prefer
Less of a
traditional.
cleanup. But yeah, if I want to get messy, yeah, I'll definitely get traditional wings. But if I'm like gonna go to an event, I don't, I'm like out having dinner, like I'm not at home, just like laid on my couch, like eating wings, like I'll probably get boneless or something.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
If I'm not going anywhere else, I'm just at the restaurant going home. Yeah, I'll get regular wings. I can just like make a mess.
Gotcha. Cool.
You could eat traditional wings without making a mess too, or unless you're
No, not really, because your hands and stuff, you're gonna have to like wipe them down. If you don't have to wipe your hands down after eating wings, you're
Yeah,
not
you
eating
didn't do
good
it
wings.
right. You didn't do it
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
You guys
He's
have
right.
Need
never
them
seen me
saucy.
eat wing. Mine are always super messy, and I'll get a little
What,
bit
do
on
you
my
use a
hands.
fork with it or something?
No, I freak people out. I can unless it's like a huge drum. I pretty much will stick out like a whole flat in my mouth and just
Oh yeah, you can pull it out. Yeah,
and I barely
yeah.
have anything on my hands.
Well, you're not eating them right. You need to get messy.
I am a wings master, man.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it.
It's just I have
All right.
years of experience. Like a true pro can do it without getting messy.
Yeah.
Now I won't do it if I go to somewhere like on work, like if I'm working or something, just in case, because it still happens. It still happens. I'll admit it. But anyway, we didn't do this last week because we were introducing you, Trey. We always do a game recommendation. Do you have any game you would like to recommend for us to try or everybody in the world to try?
Wow. I mean, most of the games that I play, most people play. So, like, I don't know if there's anything.
So you're unoriginal,
Uh,
you're saying?
No, I'm original, but like, of course, I play all the AAA games that everyone else plays because that's what that's what they buy a console for. I guess if I were to say play any like what recommendation I would give for you guys is to, but you guys have already played it, so
I mean,
check
like I
out
said, it's for everybody else.
let's see. God of War 2018. If you haven't played it, play it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. There you go. There we go. I would say play FC, but I haven't like been playing it that much. I just started it, and then if I tell you to play Call of Duty, Jared's out the window. He's not playing Call of Duty. New
Yeah,
season of Warzone is fire so far. And was it Rick Grimes from Walking Dead? He's a character, so you can have him as a character. Play Warzone as Rick Grimes. So
he was on Fortnite first.
Fortnite. Whatever. Whatever.
I'm kidding. Well, my recommendation of the week also goes with with a little bit of news topic. So we're going to jump over me and we'll come back to me.
Okay. I'll go with the 2022 sleeper game. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's fun. It's hell fun. It's Evil West. It's by Focus Entertainment. I mean, the thing with that game is it's just fun shooter, like a third-person shooter over the top, over the shoulders. I'm sorry, and it's just fun. You play as a character called Jesse. It's like a Wild West game, but with like monsters. And if you play it, it's just gonna give you a lot of 360 vibes, though. So yeah, don't
Nice.
expect great graphics, but expect fun gameplay. So yeah,
Nice.
Evil West. But I don't know the name of the developer, but the publisher is Focus Entertainment. So yeah.
I actually been wanting to check that out, so that one is on my list. So I'll definitely be doing that. Like you said, it has great gameplay. Just a quick question: like, how's the overall story? Is it just like an okay generic story?
I mean, I'm gonna say more on that side, like the generic side. I mean, it depends on the mood of the person too. To be honest, I thought it could have been much better. It's just like the pacing wasn't bad. It's just like maybe I was tired. I just wanted to play a mindless game. Just wanted to have
None
action.
wrong with that.
But yeah, go ahead.
I said nothing's wrong with that. Like,
Yeah, but I think the story is just okay. 6 out of 10 for the story. Yeah.
so it's still. I'm definitely
Well,
interested.
I honestly, for Doom games like Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know what's going on in the game with the story at all, but I just play it. It's just
Yeah,
because the
Doom is
game is
good.
fun.
That's something
Yeah.
Trey should play. He'd like the new Dooms.
He has never played Doom, like the new
I
ones?
played some Dooms. I don't think I played the latest one, but I played the one before that. I
Not even
forgot.
the 2016 one?
No,
Oh,
yeah, I played that one. I played
Yeah,
Doom.
he
alright. I
hasn't.
mean,
He
That
played
that
one.
one,
Yeah.
Eternal's better. Like they get it. They get it.
I
Fire.
it's
played
hard
some
though.
Eternal, but I haven't.
Eternal is hard
Yeah,
though. Like really
yeah.
hard.
I played
It-
2016 one.
and then the 20 I don't know, I'm pretty sure Eternal had better music. I did not complete that, but 2016 one, I played from start to finish. I enjoyed the heck out of that
Yeah,
music,
it
man.
was fun.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
It's fire.
Well,
Literally.
my recommendation is Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, it's going to PlayStation, by the way,
Yeah.
guys.
That's why I said it was going to be a little bit. We'll get on that in just a second because we're just going to touch on that since we talked about it over there. But it is
Let's do it.
obviously probably going to PlayStation, which
Crazy.
And
Insane.
Switch.
and Switch.
And Switch.
But I think it's
It's
a
actually a good game for Switch. Yeah.
Great
Sorry.
game for Switch.
yeah, and I think it's a perfect candidate as long as they don't put my big AAA's on Xbox. That I mean, take my big AAA's away from Xbox.
By the way, we're looking. It's not looking too hot.
So we're good. But at the same time, though, it's if it's long as it's still day and date and Game Pass, I will still have an Xbox because seriously, I would rather get it for free, and it would probably be a year to 2 years before anybody else.
I don't know. I don't know. The way I've been on X this past week, looking at all of the news, speculations, Destin Legary, Tom Warren, all these people, I don't. It's very weird. This is a very weird situation that we've never been in, and all I'm saying, it seems like Xbox is going down the Sega route, and if there was nothing to hide, you could have just been like what Phil Spencer tweeted out was very vague and very, I don't know. He didn't give us any just
That's how he just talks, which is dumb. I don't know. Like he's a great dude, but his messaging is always like very cryptic, like always.
crazy
Like always.
cryptic, like so
Yeah.
toxic.
Yeah,
It's
well,
Like
bad.
just give a direct answer or like a straight answer. Like one time they asked him, "Hey, is Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be like an Xbox exclusive?" He's like, "Well, we're gonna see. It's gonna be based on like a case by case thing and all that." I'm like, dude, yes or no? Just I mean, it's literally, man.
Like you're the head,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, if it's exclusive for Xbox, it's a great thing, and it's not just only on Xbox, it's even on PC. It's not like people just gonna cry about it, man. So whatever.
Mhm,
And you
exactly.
paid for that company. Like I don't get it. You bought that company, so
well, like the thing is, Xbox is also in a different position. than Sony, and not the third place, but I'm talking from like
It is in
what
third
what.
place, by the
Well, yeah, not the third place thing, but
Probably fourth
way.
with
What's the fourth
PC.
one?
With
Oh,
PC,
yeah.
Xbox probably
you can
fourth.
say Xbox, and Xbox is PC because PCs is Windows. So, but what I'm saying is, they're the only company. There's like one game on PlayStation, but they're the only company that already has games that are multi-platforms.
You mean Xbox? Xbox has
Yeah,
multi-platform?
Yeah.
I mean, if
Why?
you
Because it's on PC.
no,
No, it's
no,
also on Switch too and PlayStation too,
yeah,
like
but
Minecraft
I'm not
and
just
Yeah.
talking like their single player
Ori.
experience, but but
Uh,
they actually have. They just bought Activision. They have Call of Duty.
yeah,
It's on everything. They bought Blizzard, Diablo. It's on everything. The
that's a
and
different thing.
well, it is and isn't. It isn't.
No, no.
Isn't.
What we're talking about, I was talking about internal, like original Xbox studios. Like I mean, I know Moon Studio is not an Xbox
Yeah.
studio, but like the game is presented as an Xbox game studio. The Ori game, it was started as just only on Xbox, and it got ported to not PlayStation, Switch
Switch.
though. Yeah, and
And
then what's the other one? Minecraft Dungeons. I mean, I think it went day one to PlayStation and Switch. So yeah, but like that was like an Xbox. It's done by an Xbox project. So yeah,
well, Mojang is an Xbox internal studios.
yeah.
So I'm
But
just saying
that's a brand new
they're
game too.
yeah, but I'm just
And
saying
Diablo went to what do you call it, PlayStation and Switch before before the acquisition was completed, though, right?
yeah,
Diablo.
yeah, but they had
Yeah.
already said that it was staying multi-platform before
Yeah.
even the acquisition.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
mean, like they've made it clear that games that are really going to be live service games like Diablo and
Overwatch.
Overwatch and all that, they need to be multi-platform. And then these small individual little titles that once they're played, they're just going to die if they don't get a bigger audience to get a sequel. I want a sequel to Hi-Fi Rush. I loved Hi-Fi Rush. But if it doesn't have an audience, it
But with my another question, though, how many people do you think are gonna buy on PlayStation? I don't think so a lot, though. I mean,
I
it's a great game, but
I
I
think it'll
don't
sell
think.
better on Switch than it will PlayStation.
For
Like
sure.
yeah, because the style of game it is. But it will still sell some copies on PlayStation. I would I would say maybe less than 100,000, maybe 200,000 max.
Yeah, they're still getting money out of that. So yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So
makes sense.
and the thing is, there is an advantage to do that to get the sequel. What if they release it and they go, "Hey guys, Hi-Fi Rush 2 is coming and it's an Xbox exclusive."
Hmm.
But that's not gonna really
And
point anybody to buying a console, though, right?
Yeah, not
Like,
that
no,
it's a
that's not
small
a
game
console
though.
seller, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it's
not.
not.
so you just said the other point. It's not a console seller. So why does it hurt that it goes to another platform?
But so okay. So things are like a little weird and funky with the whole like Xbox situation going on. So, like on Twitter, I seen before they had on their Xbox site, they had Fable and listed. It said coming day one to Game Pass, right? And then below it, it says Xbox Series X, Series S, right? After this whole week that's happened with Phil Spencer and stuff, it got changed to just saying console and PC Game Pass. That's all it says.
It did get changed, but if
I
you
didn't
go
see that.
back about 9 months ago, that's when they got changed before the acquisition and everything.
But if you're making third party, if the majority of your games are going to be third party, why, as a business standpoint, you might as well release all your games as third party. That's what's probably going to happen. Your best selling games right now, since you bought all your studios, are going to be third party games. So
But
why
that's not
don't you
confirmed
make
though.
your with Activision and all that stuff? So Call of Duty, their biggest seller, probably is going to
Yeah,
be third party. Overwatch, third party. All these third party games I got from Activision and everything. And now Starfield might be coming. We don't know. We'll know this week. But as it just doesn't make sense to, I guess, like to hold, I guess, exclusives to Xbox, which sucks because I'm a big Xbox fan and I want them to have exclusives to their console. But since, I don't know, I guess Forza Horizon 5 has been the last console exclusive that's actually been like really successful, in my opinion, since I guess Xbox One times.
I would still say
Because Infinite
Starfield.
was
Starfield did it.
Starfield was
It did just as well as Horizon. It was the 7th best selling game of the year, and Spider-Man was the 5th best
but
selling game.
Horizon won like awards. Starfield didn't win anything. It wasn't even
Yeah,
nominated.
it won some awards. Starfield won some awards though. But
It
like,
did.
What awards?
It runs some from DICE and stuff. The Game Awards, Starfield. The
got
only reason it got
nominated.
passed over is because of Baldur's Gate. Nothing was going to beat Baldur's Gate. If Baldur's Gate had not released this year, I don't think it would have been Game of the Year, but I know it would have been in the Game of the Year category.
Do you think it? I think it was underwhelming. I personally think Starfield was underwhelming, but that's just me.
I'm on your side. No, I'm on your side. All right.
Because I just feel like, first off, it was all okay, maybe because I'm a tech geek spec guy, but it really kind of frustrated me at first that it was going to be locked at 30 frames, which I understand why, I guess, to a certain extent. But if you have a Series X, it's supposed to be the most powerful console, and it's locked at 30, which is crazy because it's going to be the same resolution and everything as it is on the Series S. Right?
Yeah.
And PC, you can PC though, you can do it. So that was my first big thing. And it's just like, since it came out, there's been no like
Okay, for
updates,
the PC
really.
argument though. Can I give you a PC argument though for that?
Yeah.
Even the 480s struggled to maintain 60 at 1080. People were having to drop it down for Starfield on PC to 720 just to get a stable 60.
I played it a little bit on my 4060. I don't remember changing the resolution at all, to be honest. It's fine. Like the frame stayed the same. But yeah. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I take that back. The 3080s. The fours just had the 460s had just come out and all that stuff. But the 3080s, which were the standard when it released, they could not maintain. That was me misspoken. They could not maintain that 60 at. I even tried with mine, and I have a 3080, and mine couldn't maintain it. It could not maintain a stable 60.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't know if you have time for this, but I just want to talk a little bit about Starfield myself too. So, I mean, when I heard about 30 frames, it was a bummer for me too, especially how Redfall also launched with 30 also. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Redfall was a mistake, and I'll admit that. Redfall was a major mistake.
Oh, yeah. But at least, but then later on with Starfield, at least I was like, all right, it's still a Todd Howard game. All right, it's 30. I played most of my games before at 30. Let me just give it a try. To be honest, I mean, it started off good for me, but I was just like at the door-to-door loading screens. That was just kind of dumb. I mean, it's a next-gen console. Why can't we not just skip this? Like, I mean, an older console can do much better than that. And then like textures were okay. I don't think so. Like a lot of those guys. I know Bethesda's not known for graphics, but guys, we gotta evolve too, man. Like, I mean, times are. I mean, get somewhat better, right? So, and I know some people do a lot of great photography with the photo mode and stuff at Starfield, but to be honest, like I'm not that deep with that stuff. What I'm looking at, I'm just thinking, it doesn't look next gen at all. To be honest, it just does not. And the gameplay on the other end, it's pretty basic. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty basic.
It's a Bethesda game. I mean, if you just gotta look at their old games, like look at Fallout 3 and. I mean, I went in thinking this is a Bethesda game.
Just said the other thing too. Gotta evolve, man. You gotta evolve with times. I mean, I know it's Bethesda. This was their first game in like 8 years, I believe, right? This was like the Bethesda game studio, right? This was their first big game.
6 years. 6 years.
What came out in 2017? Or
it might have been 2016, but it was Fallout.
Fallout 4?
Yeah.
Oh, that came out 2015. So it was 8 years.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
So 8 years, and this is your first big project. So I mean, it's not the worst game ever, but I'm just saying it's not the
it's very
game,
underwhelming. And you got to keep in mind they delayed it quite a few times as well.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and
to get it stable.
just to get it stable. And it's just, I just found, and like, I'm a big, Bethesda fan. Like, I've played through like my favorite, one of my favorite game series is the Elder Scrolls. Like, I stand by it. I played Skyrim like countless times, Oblivion, Morrowind, played online, ESO, I played Fallout 4, everything like that. And it's just, this story was so like bland to me. I think it was just kind of like, you do this, go to this ship, collect, or go to this planet, collect this, boom, go back, go to this, collect this, boom, come back. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know. It started to get boring. I'm not going to say it's a bad game though. I think it's a
But
good
did you
game.
finish it though, Trey? Did you finish it?
Yeah,
Oh, you did. Okay, gotcha.
I finished the main, but that was just kind of like after that.
And that's fair. That's fair. I had a lot of enjoyment with it. I mean, I got all the achievements for it. I think it was a great game. I mean, but I still think it would have been there if Baldur's Gate had not come out this year. I think Baldur's Gate was the was what
This game of the year.
yeah. I mean, the storytelling. I know it's a turn-based gameplay, but it would. It was also one of the best-selling games of the year. It's just like Baldur's Gate was what took it from that, but Starfield was still got many awards from other games such as Dice, Golden Joystick, and they're all just as big as Game Awards. Game Awards is more of a fan, and it's not even voted by the fans.
No, yeah, but like I mean, I think it still got some nominations too for Game of the Year awards. It didn't win. I don't know if it won anything, but it got the nominations, right?
I don't think it got
think.
any Game of the Years from anybody,
No,
but
not Game of the Year nominations. I mean, some other stuff like storytelling.
well, no, I
or
mean I
like,
know it got the
best-
nominations, but I don't think it got Game of the Year.
Gotcha.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyways, Xbox is, it's just not, it's not a, I don't know. I've talked to quite a few people about everything that's going on. And when I sat and thought about, everything happened since the 360, how Xbox One came out, and they had a few good games like Sunset Overdrive and a few other stuff, and
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct, and I feel like we were patient with them through the whole Xbox One era. And then, stuff kept on happening. And then the series era came out. And it's just kind of like they take one step forward, two steps back with stuff that happens when it comes to their games and all this other
that's 100%
stuff.
true.
And it's just all these, instead of we're pushing forward, it's, oh, we're sorry, let's try to fix this mistake that we made, or to fix this. And it just keeps on. It's like a domino effect of stuff that keeps happening, and games that are underwhelming and all this other stuff. And I think it's hard for people to, and if it's coming to third party, and I guess maybe they've thought about this for a while, even before the Activision inquired. They're like, we're going to try to go third party, and this is the way to do it. And it's just like kind of sad, because they said, they talked to their, I guess, inside on Microsoft, like the people that work there and the employees, and that they said Xbox consoles aren't going anywhere. But if they make it third party for all their games to go to other platforms, I get it's a money grab, and like they're going to make up tons of money from it. But if you have an option to play all the PlayStation exclusives plus all the Xbox exclusives, I don't see the real reason. I get Game Pass because of the day ones and all that stuff. But if they're releasing same day, and you're like, oh, well,
Well, that's what's been confirmed, that they're definitely not. That's the only thing we do know, is they're not releasing the same day. They're going to be at least.
We don't know. Well, I mean, we don't even know if they're going third party yet. We don't know anything until this week.
But at least we can say we know that it's always going to be on. If it comes to PlayStation or other platforms, it will be sometime after. That's what
I don't know.
Well, that's what all the rumors have basically said.
We'll see. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, let's just wait a couple more days to see what they're going
I think we'll
for.
hear something Tuesday.
They said Tuesday?
I'm thinking Tuesday. If it's later in the week, that means it's all bad news. If that's how it works. That's how news cycles work. Thursdays and Fridays is the end of the week. You give bad news. Monday, you don't do usually. No one does news on Monday, but Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you give good news because you
Gotcha.
control the scenario for the week.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
but I
One,
really,
one more thing. As Trey was going off, I mean, one other thing I really wanted to add though was that I watched the IGN console watch. I watched that weekly. It's a good show
It's a good
though.
one. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Ryan McCaffrey had another great point. Like again, like Xbox was not like proactive; they were reactive. Like they
Yeah.
like it's like the rumor started spreading out, and then they had to like, all right, give an answer. Like Phil Spencer come out and say something, and his answer was like Trey said, was not convincing. So it's just like guys, you gotta be proactive sometimes. Like if you're working for Microsoft, guys, like come on, like I don't
Yeah.
get it, man.
well, what was it? There was somebody. It might have been Tom Ward, not when he was talking to Dustin, but I think he did a post on why they couldn't say something, and that has to do with they're still dealing with the Activision suing with the FTC.
I mean, like we heard something similar to this like last time when something happened. I forgot what happened. I think it
But
was last
that
year
one
when
makes sense because if they don't, they have to watch what they say. They can't just say
yeah.
yes or no. It,
I mean, no, don't say that. But like, try to like stay on top of your reports, though, man. Like, I mean, don't let these reports convince people like, hey, Xbox is dying or something. So like, I mean, and then the answer that you give is just like, I know he said we wait for a week, stay tuned. And then, to be honest, I think it's not gonna be that bad. I think things gonna settle down because they just spent $77 billion when you combine
yeah,
Bethesda and Activision. So I mean, we're not gonna spend that much money just to go third party. I just don't think so. So I
yeah,
think
they're
I
not.
some
hope
of
not,
it.
because that'd be kind of dumb. But with what he said, what we were like backtracking off of the tweet he made, when he said we're listening and we hear you. So why don't you explain what you hear to us? Like it's like, okay, we hear that all these leaks have potentially came out that we're going third party, but we're not going to tell you until next week because that's what we planned on doing.
And maybe he's just not allowed to say it, man. Like something from the top down, they're just
Yeah,
telling him, "Hey,
I mean,
it's over."
like I said, FTC, the lawyers probably have to prove what he can say right now.
Exactly. And
And
breaking the tweet down too, he says he said, um, sharing more details with you about our vision of the future of Xbox. And hasn't they have like low key thrown jabs like the vision of Xbox is that they want to reach everyone possible.
yeah,
They want Xbox on every platform if they can. So that's why I'm saying maybe they're just going to go third party to make all this money,
uh,
because they definitely can't be making a lot of money off Game Pass right now.
I mean,
I mean,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jared.
well, what I'm feeling like, if they do go third party, maybe they finally got both. Because they actually said this when they bought Bethesda. This is not a. They said, Phil said, we will be releasing our games where Game Pass exists. What if they finally got approved from PlayStation and Nintendo to finally put Game Pass on those platforms?
there's no
But
way.
that just kills the console, though. Then the
There's
Xbox, like
no
people, yeah.
There is no, and I probably would put money down that there's no way PlayStation's letting Game Pass go on their console. There's absolutely no way. They're so stingy. I listen. Don't get me wrong. PlayStation, like you can let up a little bit, but with that, yeah, it's basically there's no point of having an
I'm
Xbox at
not.
that
I'm.
point.
I'm not saying they did, but
Yeah,
that is a scenario that can happen. That is, I mean, even if it is unlikely on the Sony side,
it's highly. Yeah,
um,
yeah. There's no because I mean, you wouldn't. Would you buy an Xbox at that point? If
uh,
it's like they have Game Pass on PlayStation, so you can play the
it
PlayStation
depends if it's
exclusives
native or
and all
not.
Game Pass
What
games.
if it's placed? What if it's streamed only, like cloud games?
If you have good internet connection, I mean, I've played some
And
cloud streaming.
I mean, what are you already talking about? Like next gen, basically, like 28, 27.
No, we're talking like when Bethesda was announced, Phil Spencer in his actual statement said, "We are going to release games where Game Pass exists." And I
No,
was,
no, no, no. I get that, but like Trey was saying, would you buy a new Xbox?
oh
So that do you mean like 27, 28 when the next Xbox comes
yeah,
out?
That or just now, like if someone's going into the market to buy a
Uh-huh.
console, and it's like what are the pros and cons for each console? It's like, oh, well, on PlayStation, you can play the PlayStation exclusives. Plus, you can play any game that's on Game Pass with a Game Pass subscription through Xbox.
I mean, if
And then
I'm buying a new
Xbox,
console, I would
yeah.
go PlayStation.
And it's
Definitely.
Xbox, you're just having Game Pass with no exclusive. So it's just kind of like, and then I don't know.
I was just saying, but what if it's only cloud only on PlayStation? You can only play it by a cloud.
But I think people's good
bad.
internet connection's good enough to do it.
No, I mean, I want to say
Yeah.
right now, maybe I would still prefer Xbox console because the internet connection is good though, but sometimes still it's just like it's the Microsoft servers too. Like sometimes they kind of. But I'm like down the road, 3-4 years from now, if they kind of like fix this up, cloud. I think cloud is the future. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
guys.
consoles are going away.
I don't want it.
I think there's going to be.
It's the future. Yeah. What happened?
I think, and I agree with you. Cloud consoles are going away. I think there's going to be one more Xbox generation, and maybe 2 more PlayStation. Because PlayStation will probably release a console, but if everything's gone to cloud and everybody's just playing them off their Samsung TV, LG TV at 4K 60, why would you?
Yeah, and I think cloud would by that time it would. With all that technology, I think cloud will pretty much give you the best version of gaming. I think so. I really think though. I mean, with all the technology development that it's going on throughout the years, I think we're heading that way. So it's sad. I really don't want that, but can fight times, I guess, right? We have to just adapt now. So
and it's true. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. We'll find out, guys. I think we better cut this subject because we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's just wait a week. We'll react like full reacted.
Yeah. We'll have an after action report with like do. Trey, what's your theme on the scenario of the after action report of Xbox going third party?
Full third party. It's going to happen. I'm just waiting on it. It's going to be a sad day. So rest in peace. Rest in peace, Xbox.
I do want to throw this scenario out. It's never going to happen, but it would be the most interesting thing. It would break the internet. What if they go, here's Microsoft's business strategy. We are going to release any games as a service, multi-platform, but that's not all. Then suddenly Herman, whatever his name is, from PlayStation comes out and say, yeah, we're going to do the same. We're going multi-platform with all. How would that affect the industry?
I feel like I would probably be able to win the lottery before that, honestly, with how stingy PlayStation is. But we'll see next week. We'll see next week how what will break X. That's what we're gonna figure out. It's gonna break X.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway. Okay.
Hey guys, give me 2 seconds. I gotta put my laptop on charge. Sorry, I thought I had enough battery.
Oh, you're good, man. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
No, but yeah. I mean, we're gonna figure it out. It's a third party situation going on, and I very terrified that Halo could potentially go to third party. But that's what happens when you can make. Just one thing to say about this Xbox stuff going on. You could make good games and that's fine and sell consoles. But if you don't make great games, you're not going to sell consoles. And that's just how it is. If you can't make great games that are going to have a crazy great experience and, replay value, it's just like,
yeah,
it's what happens, man. That's just what happens, unfortunately. And like, I feel so bad for saying that, but you got to make great games. You got to invest in your studios. You can't hire contractors and expect them to really put their blood, sweat, and tears into something that they could probably care less about because they're on contract for 11 months,
Yeah.
So that's all. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. But let's get out of this dark zone, a sad time for gaming for fans. One more thing I am going to say. I actually haven't seen that many PlayStation fans take advantage of this situation because I don't think they even really want Xbox to get out of the console market. I mean, I've seen some. I've seen some like the trolls, but I haven't seen like the ones that tout everything PlayStation. I think they've been quiet too.
I mean,
Yeah.
the real fans don't want it to disappear, to be honest. But I mean, they just care about gaming, and I mean, they would also fear if Xbox goes away, PlayStation could just would just like what's the word complacent, will just like not do great stuff. I mean, they kind of already are like struggling with their first party studios right now. So if the Xbox disappeared, they would be like, all right, there are no more good exclusives. Just play Helldivers 2 all day, all night.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
competition.
That's a topic
no
I want to cover
competition.
one day. Is the is that since this news went so long, we're going to do my fake topic of the week, and we'll cover that another day. Which was, who do you think would make great guest characters in fighting games? We'll cover that another day. But this topic was really good, and I'm glad you got to share with us, Trey. And hey, Trey was the one that pushed for this, and I'm glad we did. It went off really well.
It's we'll wait and see next week, and we'll definitely share my thoughts on Twitter once this whole situation kind of boils over. And it's a very weird subject with everything changing within management there and corporate and everyone getting new positions, and it's gonna just next week's gonna probably shock gaming industry probably. So I'm gonna just call that. So
Well, I'm still gonna say it's not as bad as everyone's making it out to be. That's it's not that hopeful. I just feel that way. Like,
I'm on your side. I mean, I'm on Jared's side on this one. I don't think so. I mean, if it happens, it's gonna suck if it does, but I don't think so. I'm like 99% sure it's gonna be good. Yeah.
so, but anyway,
But I'm still gonna say Xbox got to do a better job with
yeah,
a lot of stuff.
they need
They
to.
gotta,
It's their
yeah,
marketing. If they're going to compete, they need to start marketing constantly. We need to see commercials on YouTube, everything, touting Game Pass and stuff. And I think that's been
invest in your gaming studios. Hire people that are going to be there. Longevity goes a long way. That's what I'll say.
343 was the bad one. Everywhere else is they get to keep their staff. 343 was the one they had all the contractors, and which was bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's start off. We're going to do our top 10 games. We're going to keep it about 2-3 minutes per piece on each game. And if somebody says your game, say, hey, that's on my list too. We'll hear both of you why you like that game. And we'll do round robin style, starting with Trey.
Do you want me to do my whole list or just kind of go down?
We're going to do like a one at a time.
One at a time. Okay. Well,
we're not doing the honorable mention first. Oh, let's do.
You can do honorable mention. This, like I said, no particular order.
All right. So I'll just throw my honorable mentions out first, and then we can start on it. So my 3 honorable mentions, and I'm going to be brief on it because we got to get through the show. But Animal Crossing New Horizon, it's on my honorable mention. Great game. Insanely fun. It's addicting. Another game from Rockstar, Rockstar, best gaming company out there. Bully, great game.
Here. I love Bully.
Love Bully. Fantastic. And another one for all my sports fans, they know about this. If you played for a long time, NBA 2K10, the real ones know. The real ones know. The dunk contest on that was insane. So the real ones know about that. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions, my 3.
Gotcha. I mean, I would say NBA 2K11 for me. I mean, one of the
I respect that.
Yeah.
But if it was the latest one, he wouldn't respect you.
Oh no. They're not that good at all. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
This new one's good, man. That's all I'm gonna say. This new one's good.
Which one? The one that
2K24. Yeah, 2K24.
All right,
it's
I'll
fine.
try it.
All right.
If it's bad, I'll come for you, man.
How about we do your honorable mentions, Dower?
Oh, mine? Okay. Oh, boy. I think it's dominated by PlayStation 4 games, to be honest. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Bloodborne is one right there. I mean, I was not into FromSoft games before, but until I tried, I'm not gonna mention that right now. It's later down the list. Right. So Bloodborne is there, and then God of War 2018 is the other one. And yeah, it's an honorable mention. And then the last one is The Last of Us Part 1, not 2, Part 1.
Respect. Good. It's a good honorable mention list.
All PlayStation guys.
Mine are going to be very unique. But And then I'll start us off with the first game after I finish my honorable mentions. My first honorable is GoldenEye 64, which you can play now on Game Pass.
Jerry really showing his age, ain't he?
It's alright, man. I have a game from that year too.
So yeah, but that's my first honorable mention. I mean, I love old GoldenEye. Then the only roguelike I actually like, Hades.
Okay,
That's a good
it's a
one.
good selection.
And then finally, this was probably my biggest surprise. And I think it's going to set off a whole. I think it should be the standard for VR. Half-Life Alyx.
Okay,
That was
I gotta play that.
that
I
is
gotta
such a
play
great experience. Just get you a Meta Quest. I can get you, and if you have good internet, like a good router, Steam Link it works great.
nice.
I had to tether. My router sucks because it's AT&T. Anyway, but for my first one, mine's not named particular order. Let's go with BioShock, the original one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one
Nice.
that is one of my favorites of all time. I've beaten it almost every platform. It's such a good game. I mean, it's one of the only games you can kill children if you want to. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, it really is.
Sorry.
Um,
if that's what you like, man, do that.
All right.
Nah, I always do the good side, but you can kill children.
All
I
right.
always just like to mention that. All right, how about back to Dower?
All right, I'm gonna go in an order, right? Is that okay?
Hey, don't worry, Dower. I'm going in order too. Don't worry.
All right, cool,
So-
cool.
I'm starting
All
with 10. I'm starting with 10. So
Maybe I mean, yeah. What's this called? Descending or ascending? Whatever it is. Never mind.
Rescinding.
All right, yeah. You're ascending. Right, we're going to the top. So, all right, number 10. It's a fighting game and an 2D old school game. It's Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
nice.
Boy, it's
Great
just.
choice.
I mean, it's one of those games why I miss arcades so much. Like the arcades, you go out and play with friends and all of that. Dude, that game was just a blast. I mean, I still don't think so. There's a fighting game today. Even though I'm enjoying Tekken 8, there's no fighting game that gives me that feeling as this game did back in the day. It's the roster was so sick, man, so stacked. I love playing as Wolverine, the guy named Jin, and Spider-Man in that game. But then again, you have Captain America, Rio, all those other guys, Hulk. It's a stack roster, and it's just a blast. And that time, I believe, I don't remember what year it came out, but I think 2001, 2000. Visuals were insane for that time, man.
Yep.
Great game, great fighting game,
Yep.
like satisfying as hell. There's no game today right now that's as good as that one. For fighting games, I mean.
Real quick question: which Wolverine? There was two in it.
I mean, the yellow ones, the original guy. So yeah.
It was Bone Claw or Metal Claw. They were the same character.
Honestly, I was like 10 or 9, so I would not remember which one.
Man.
But it was yellow.
Showing my age again. Showing my age again. But
By the way, can you play this game anywhere right now? I really want.
you
to
can
play.
actually you can
Okay.
Arcade Up. You know those games machines. They recently released a Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and it has all the other Marvel vs. X-Men, all those on it too.
Gotcha.
So-
all right.
so yeah,
Give me the
you can
link,
get-
man, later on.
So- Trey.
All right. So we're going down 10-1. Number 10 game in my list. This was hard to put together. I had to think about it a lot. My number 10 game is Fable 3. Fable 3
Nice.
is an excellent game, one of my favorites. I get a lot of slack for it, but it was it was just one of those games that I just kind of fell in love with playing. Just with how you can you can do two different playthroughs. You can go through as just a good guy, or you can go through as bad. And if you are a bad guy, you start changing, get horns, all this crazy stuff. And it was it was crazy when I was growing up. There was a on Xbox. People know if they played 360, but you got Avatar awards for games. If you played and complete, you got awards for your avatar. And there
Nice.
was a
I miss those
crown
days.
that I wanted so bad, and you had to complete the game, go do all this stuff to get this crown, and I finally got it. and I wore it on my avatar, and I never took it off. But it was just a great game, great story, great little side things you can do. You can play play instruments like the guitar, everything like that, or you can go bake. Yeah, it's just a fun game. It's just a fun game. Good combat system, everything like that. And it was a good trilogy altogether. But I think Fable 3 is kind of my favorite one out of the trilogy.
So
So
fair to say you're excited for the reboot, right?
very excited. Yep, very
All right.
excited.
I think that's next year. I think that's going to be the next year big game.
I see Jared gasped whenever he.
Well,
see
no,
my-
it's just unusual to hear someone say Fable 3. It's usually
Well,
Fable 2 or Fable 1. It's
Nah,
that like
Fable
that's like with me when I tell people that I like Gears of War Judgment better than 1, 2, and 3.
sure.
You do? Wait, you
Ugh.
do? I did not. I
That's
probably
wild.
misheard you last week or something. I thought you were just kidding. To be honest.
See, I mean, it's the same. Fable 3 is in that same kind of category. It's like,
Ooh.
it's that wicked stepbrother that people kind of don't like, but still like. But Trey, why don't you tell us your next game?
Oh,
Wait,
so
is-
number 9. That's
Oh,
great.
okay.
We're backing off of Gears of War. Number 9 game of all time, Gears of War 3. Another third. Great game. One of the best stories I've played.
You like
One of the best stories I've played has a lot of it's a very emotional story. A lot of hardship, a lot of success, a lot of wins, a lot of losses. Not going to spoil if you haven't played Gears of War 3 because I'm not the spoiler type of guy. But
It's
there's
almost 15 years old. You could spoil a little.
okay,
Is it?
hey, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. One of the most emotional scenes I've played while gaming is Dom committing suicide. And
Oh, yeah.
it was a very
Sacrificing
he-
himself. Say it.
sacrificing himself, yes, but he just to save everybody else, and it was very sad. And he wasn't himself through the third game. He was dealing with battling demons, and it kind of showed a different side of gaming to where people are dealing with stuff every day in and out, and it's good to talk to somebody. And he just kind of got pushed over to the ledge, and it was very emotional. But great story overall, fantastic multiplayer, and I love Gears of War 3, and I'll always go back and play it.
Quick thing. I want to say. I mean, I'm not. Did not play a day one. I played all Halo and Gears recently, like 3-4 years ago. When I booted up Gears of War 3 on my Series X, it blew me away. I was like, man, this game came out then. It looks so good now.
Yeah,
I cannot imagine how people, when they first played it, they're like, wow, this game's so gorgeous. So
it was amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
great game. Love Gears 3.
Well, I'll go next. And this is my only PlayStation exclusive on the list, and it's actually one of my more modern games. Ghost of Tsushima. Love that game. I love the story. I've been meaning to go back through it since I've got the upgrade and beat the Iki Island DLC.
okay.
But yes, such a good game. Love Jin. He's a great character.
He's boring though. I'm to be honest, that's the reason I did not enjoy that game. Everything is great except him. To be honest, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. Like everyone's got their own taste. And I think Trey, have you gotten to play it?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, have you gotten to play it?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I haven't beat it though. But I
Alright.
have played quite a bit of it.
Well,
But-
it's got that kind of emotional scene near the end. That
Yeah.
one's a little too new to us, but it's got that same emotion like with Dom at the end, at one point. But anyway, Dower, your turn.
All right, number 9. All right, sorry guys if I'm gonna bore you guys with wrestling or fighting games, but it's starting off with that. I'm sorry.
No, you're
All
fine.
Nah,
right, so
you're
number
good, man.
9.
You're
I mean,
good.
I referred to this game last week. It's the SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah.
Another game that's like it's a PS2 game. Another game that's I believe it's revolutionized one of wrestling genre, along with No Mercy and like other. There was another game I forgot though, but No Mercy, Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. These are the best wrestling games ever. And Here Comes the Pain was just fun. Like you play, there were so many modes in that game, and the roster was stacked. The modes were like there was a mode called double referee. You can have 2 referees in that game. and they can just kind of like interfere. And if you're playing with friends, like, dude, that's just a blast to play. Like, you can just mess up everybody's winning chances in that game. And it's just I play for hours and hours. And the roster, I don't know if you guys follow wrestling, but the roster was so stacked. You
Yep.
had Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, Undertaker, and two Undertakers. They had the
Yep.
old school one too, Kane and all that. I mean, it was a great, and all the girls too. By the way, those back in the days, the girls were better. I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
I mean in terms of the wow factor.
Oh
So,
yeah. I didn't care
yeah.
in the early 2000s. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
care.
and they had this match called Bra and Panties match. I'm sorry, guys. I
Yeah.
played the heck out of that tomorrow. I'm sorry if it's disturbing for anybody. I'm sorry,
Quick
but
thing,
I
you
mean,
remember
hey.
the buried alive match? Those are
Ooh,
crazy.
yeah, that too,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
when they went, I will say it's not as scary. It's not when they went more kid friendly. It just kind of lost its edge a little bit, but
yeah, when you said also the other thing was the season mode in that game. It did not have the commentary, but dude, those storylines they did for that game was right up there with what they were doing in the Attitude Era and during the wrestling days. It's just phenomenal experience. If I bought PS2 just because of that game, to be honest, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't buy my dad bought it for me, but yeah, whatever. Yeah,
all right. How about
that's my 9.
since we're doing kind of crazy order, I'll go again, and then we'll
Okay.
do Trey. All right, for my number 8,
Go.
Jet Set Radio.
Good selection.
That was my big Dreamcast game. I mean,
I figured that'd be up there more for you.
well,
than
no,
8.
I told you mine's not in particular order. Your two's are the
Oh
order.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to sit there and try and figure out what would be my
Oh,
top
buddy,
games.
I did.
So
Me and Dower did. We were ready.
yeah. So I was editing last week's episode. So
All right.
just kidding. But yeah, I love the characters, and I think I mentioned a few weeks ago I'm excited that we're getting a new one. And they actually have some decent stories. Both of them. All right, Trey, what's your 8?
Number 8. Fantastic game. Have played this time and time again. I've played this game I've completed this game like 10 times, I want to say.
Ooh. What is it?
Number 8, Super Mario Odyssey. My
Okay.
favorite 3D Mario game. It is fantastic. It is fun. It is so relaxing. It's a very like if you had a long day at work or just a long day in general, you want to come home, lay on the couch, play some Odyssey, take your mind off stuff. It's so fun. Such a fun game. One of the best. Nintendo doesn't miss on 3D Mario games, but this was my favorite one out of the bunch. So
Gotcha.
They don't miss, but they did miss making the Mario All Stars only available for like 9 months, or was it 10 months? The 3D All Stars.
yeah. Oh well, it was timed. I mean, people bought it.
Yeah,
But to be fair though, those games already came out, so it's not like a real bad thing. There's so many simulators out now that you can get on PC for all those games. So
all right, Dower.
Number 8. Okay, I promise you guys this is my last fighting game. All right.
dude,
I
you
I
don't
guys-
don't believe you.
Whatever it is, I'm being honest. I don't lie. Yeah, I mean, so it's thing same year when GoldenEye came out, I believe. It's the King of Fighters '97. I don't know if you guys know, but it's not the Street Fighter level or Tekken level when it comes to popularity here. But
Yeah.
like, I was still in Pakistan at the time, and it was like one of those games. Another games in arcades, you just go and play. That thing with that game is I like again it's like Marvel vs. Capcom, and here comes the deep roster and the storytelling, the arcade mode in those games were just like phenomenal. I just cannot believe in '97 they had such stories. Like if that's one game, I would just tell you just go play that fighting game for the story, like
Yeah.
how the story evolves, so like how you, and the music and everything is just so deep with it, and the final few boss fights phenomenal. There, I haven't had a fighting game. I think I'm just being an old school dude here now, to be honest. But like, there is no fighting game with such great boss fights like they did back in the day, especially with '97. The final 3 boss stages were awesome. They were epic, especially with the music. They were epic. So yeah, that's my number 8. Yeah,
Nice.
final fighting game. Promise. All right.
Well, you're probably gonna hear one more from me, but still.
All right. Cool. That's cool. Is it your turn?
We'll
Yep,
go with
it's yours.
we'll go you again, Dower. Do your 7.
Oh, number 7. Ooh, I have to think fast now. Ooh, okay. It's a recent one. It's Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Okay. I think most people would not even pick this as like their best Star Wars. Most people would go with KOTOR, like Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars Jedi. I've not played KOTOR. I'm sorry, guys. I'll wait for the remake if it ever comes out. So yeah, whatever. But Jedi Survivor, it's just my entry point to Star Wars games or stories was Fallen Order, and I had a great time with it. Jedi Survivor took everything to another level, in my opinion, with the combat, exploration, and everything. And the characters, Cal, I really like Cal as a character, and his like friendship, not the friendship, like his companion, BD1. This is so he's so adorable. Like he helps a lot, big time in the game. So like epic boss fights, great game and really good. I think a lot of people had issues with the day one release or something. It was crashing all over the place or like the bugs or whatever. But thankfully I did not have any of that, and I just had a blast with it. It's once you start playing it, I couldn't keep track of time. I beat it like within a week, but it just felt like I just played it like for like I don't know hundreds of hours in a week. But I did not. It felt like I played 100 hours, but it just did not. So if it makes sense, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want the BD1
Yeah.
Lego thing. I want to build him.
All right, go for it.
But anyway, I'll go again. And this is my fighting game, Eternal Champions, which was a Sega Genesis Sega fighting game. It was exclusive to Sega. It had it had finishers just like Mortal Kombat. I was young, and it's just mostly the memories of playing with my brother and stuff. That's the reason it's on my list. But like I do vaguely remember one, and it was probably one of the more gruesome one. I think it was for that time even more gruesome than Mortal Kombat. Like there was a swamp level, and the level execution literally, like if you uppercut somebody right and they land in the right spot, vines will come up or tentacles or something, pulls them down, and then all the water just turns blood red.
Oh, really?
Crazy.
And it was a
Oh,
teen game,
oh.
so I
When
mean,
did this come out? This game?
it was probably, I want to say 94 or 95.
Oof, buddy.
At
That
that
the
time they
Sega
did this?
Genesis was my
Wow.
first console, so that was my Christmas present from my grandparents. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
but Trey,
So number 7 for me, another fantastic game. Another fantastic game. Love it. The Last of Us is my number 7 game
That's
of
a
all
great game.
time. That phenomenal, just head to toe. Like you know, anyone that has a PlayStation has played Last of Us probably by now, and it's fantastic. The TV series, side note, TV series is phenomenal. Can't wait for season 2 to come out. And
Yeah.
I've actually talked to a lot of people that have actually played or actually watched the series, and it's made them want to play the game if they went and played it.
Gotcha.
But just amazing storytelling from top to bottom, emotional story driven, great combat, kind of frightening sometimes, and really makes you think sometimes with puzzles and everything like that. So, fantastic game, top to bottom, number 7. So,
sounds good. Dower, you want to go with your number 6?
I mean, I wouldn't mind. Okay, and it's another game that released in same year as Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Jared probably knows about it. I've kind of tweeted about this recently. It's the remake of Resident Evil 4, my game of the year, Master. So yeah, I mean, even if I had played it in 2005, would have been my game of the year back then too.
I
But
like my GIF
it's
I
just
sent you when you posted that on Twitter.
but it pissed you off, I think.
No, no,
So
I was just messing.
nah, it's just that it's remake done well, like what you would expect the remake to be like. I tried playing the original, the remastered version. I couldn't play it because you cannot shoot and walk at the same time. So that's just like that. I mean, I know I'm kind of being a baby at that time, but I just couldn't do it. So I had to drop it, wait for the remake, and remake came out, and it just was everything that I wanted it to be. And it's just so good. I mean, I love Resident Evil 2 too, by the way. I mean, I think Resident Evil 2 is my second favorite game. I like the setting more in 2. The atmosphere and everything was just dark and more scary. But Resident Evil 4 with the boss fights, gameplay, Leon, Ada, characters top notch, everything, and then even some puzzles they were kind of annoying, but once you solve them, kind of feel like a genius with that. So it's just that game, and I don't remember it was second to last boss or third boss. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this game for somebody, but that soldier guy you fought, that boss fight was just the best. He turns into something else
Just
later
don't
in
say
the
his
game.
name. There's just a boss fight where you fight
What's
a
his
lot of
name though?
soldiers. I can't think of
Captain
it.
something. All right, whatever. Okay, but he
I
was
just know you
great,
get
man. That
his good knife.
Yeah,
After you
and
beat him.
even not the puppet guy, the small dude who turned into a gigantic thing. He used to talk a lot in the castle. That boss fight was also great too. I mean, the boss fights in Resident Evil 4 are so good. I mean, I love that game just mainly because of the boss fights. And Leon is my guy, man. Like talking about a good character with like charisma and like all that goofy stuff that he says. That's what Jin was missing from Ghost of Tsushima. So I'm sorry, Leon is that guy. So right there.
Okay. I'm hurt a little bit, but I'll survive. I'll go again. I'm going to go with, and this is my cop out game, so you all can be mad, but Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
All right, it's 3 games though.
But
I'm
you,
not gonna
but
say
you,
it.
but
You
you
go
can
ahead.
you can play continuously all the way through.
I mean,
I mean, technically
That's-
true.
So,
you could say that for Halo 3 all as well, by the way. For Halo original.
well, I might have another cop out game involving Halo
Oh
too.
wow, here we go. Okay.
But the fact is, Legendary Edition is all I loved about all the Mass Effects, and they fixed the only issue I ever had with Mass Effect 1, which was a horrible gunplay. I mean, it
was
literally
pretty
is
bad.
you just play through it, and it's continuous. I mean, it's to me, it is the true version of what Mass Effect should have been.
Yeah.
So I get a fair one because I actually make a good point, and I may not use that.
I wouldn't say fair, but
Yeah.
it's your list. So it's your list.
But hey, I played it. It's a great franchise. I mean, the storytelling is just like you said, Jared. It's just I don't think so you can do that today. Like the storytelling they did with that game, it's just the writing is phenomenal, like phenomenal.
Yes. And that's not my only BioWare game on the list, mind you. But anyway, let's see. Trey.
My number 6 game. Is everybody on 6?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
6.
Okay. All right. My number 6 game of all time. Real ones know, and I don't need any hate in the comments. I don't need any hate. Okay. 2009 MW2, best Call of Duty ever made. I don't. People, if you're in my ear talking, I'm not listening because it's the best. It's the best Call of Duty ever made. So, the
I
amount
thought
of
that was the case, though.
huh?
I thought that was the case. Modern Warfare 2, right?
Yeah,
You said
2009 Modern Warfare 2. But people in your ear, Black Ops is the best Call. No, it's not. Don't do
it's
that.
either that or that. I mean, it's either
Don't lie to
Modern Warfare
yourself.
2.
No.
Yeah.
Modern
COD 4
Warfare
isn't either.
1.
Nah,
No,
no.
the Modern Warfare
COD 4,
1
nah.
is the best Call of Duty. Hands down, it started the
Plain.
trend. Call of Duty 4 is the best, period. It's Modern Warfare 1.
MW2 took shape. MW2 is better at most selling. It had more sales than MW1.
But it wouldn't exist without the first one.
Well, yeah, but you can make that point with any game, though, right? Like, there will never be nothing without the first one. So, but yeah, MW2 2009, it was great. Maps were fantastic. I'm so glad they brought the maps back. The remastered recently, fantastic. It was just a great leveling system. It was just you had to be there. Xbox Live MW2,
Well,
searching the
Trey
story.
and I
had
used
to
to
go
play
into game
together
chat.
on that. Like,
Had to go into game chat, searching the story. Like, you couldn't stay in party chat, so you had to talk crap to people, and it was great. It's fantastic. Loved it. But yeah, that was my number 6.
Respect, man. Yeah.
Dower? Let's go with 5.
Oh, it's my turn already? We're going fast.
We're going fast.
Number 5. Okay. Another sequel. Batman Arkham City. I mean, that whole trilogy is just phenomenal. I mean, I love a lot of people just say a lot of negative stuff about Arkham Knight, but somehow people are loving that game all of a sudden now because Suicide Squad is not that good. So, but Arkham City is my dream Batman game. Like, I mean, Arkham Asylum and City both, but with the Arkham City, it opened up with the world and everything. And it's just phenomenal, man. I mean, I don't have the words for it. It's just when it came out, it blew me away. But everything, like everything, combat, bosses, writing, storytelling, graphics, the world, the puzzles you had to do, and all that. Catwoman interaction, Joker interaction, Harley Quinn. Dude, just is if you're a Batman fan, I don't know if you can just dislike that game. I just don't know. And it's just whatever you want a Batman game to be. I mean, maybe except for it's missing the detective part, but you get that with the Batman Arkham Origins. But other than that, it's the perfect Batman game, in my opinion. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you guys like it or no?
Yeah.
I like Arkham City. I have a little bit of a hate for Arkham Asylum, but that's because I originally played on PlayStation and there was a bug. They patched it, but it was one of those save corrupting bugs, and I was like at the second to the last boss before the Joker thing, and mine
Oh,
corrupted and I lost everything.
oh boy.
Loved
Yeah,
Arkham
I mean,
City.
that's
Yeah.
kind of annoying. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
Great
not that
game.
long of a game. You could go back and still beat it, I guess, within 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm just saying at that time, I'm like, I was just mad. Just like, I'm done with this game. Um, now it's too old and I don't think I would go back to it. Just
Yeah.
because there's so much more out there I want to play. But anyway, how about Trey again?
Okay, number 5.
Yes, sir.
Number 5. Well, right back at, Dower talked about it earlier. God of War 2018. It's top to bottom. The game I recommended. It's the story. I think they did a crazy good job with Kratos and his son, and how their relationship developed over time, and how they
Agreed.
trusted each other towards the end. Boss battles were insane. The graphics were amazing. Like, just like, I stopped sometimes in the middle of the game and took screenshots because I was like, this is crazy. This is what gaming can do. This is what gaming companies can make. They can make great games like this. And it's just a great story overall. And I am playing through the second one, and I'm going to finish it. I just want to take my time, but God of War 2018, top notch, top to bottom, love it.
It's a great game. It's like I said, Here Comes the Pain was the reason why I got PS2. God of War 2018, along with Spider-Man and Last of Us remastered,
Mhm.
I know, were the reasons why I got PS4. Yeah,
Mhm.
great games, man.
Yep.
All right, here's another weird one for me. Tales of Vesperia.
Nice.
You have no clue what
That's a
that is,
good one.
Trey.
All right.
You do
I've
not?
I
I've
know
I've seen I've
it's
watched clips of it. I've just never played
no
it.
no. I know it's from that same series that has Tales of Arise, right? Oh,
Yep.
Tales of yeah. I mean, I just only played Tales of Arise, so I would not know exactly what that game is about, though.
Vesperia is, in my opinion, is the definitive of the old style Tales. The old
Okay.
style was more overworld than behind the guy. Overworld at the top down. Well, not really top down, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Um, it's
somewhat.
yeah, and I think it's in Game Pass if you ever want to check it out. It should still
No
be.
way, is it?
Yeah, it was at one point. I don't know if it's still there now.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think that ever was. Oh,
it was because my friend played it when it was in Game Pass and liked it.
okay.
But yeah, it's got a great story. Yuri, the main character, he's more of a dark hero, so it was their first attempt. And then just the overall story, it's not your traditional fantasy like all happy go lucky, but it is one of those you go out and technically the final boss of the game ain't the real villain of the game. It's like
Oh,
he like you beat the real villain about 5 to 10 hours before the final boss. I mean, it's just that it's just a really good story. Um, and I think that's everybody 5. So how about I start us with 4? And this one, I actually kind of do have a top 4, so I'm going to go in their order for you all.
Okay.
For my number 4 is my favorite third person open world game, Sleeping Dogs.
Okay.
I love Sleeping Dogs. It is,
This is sleeper. Gotcha.
yes. I wish there would have been a sequel. It was so good. Um, I love that you played as a undercover cop, and right now his name's blanking on me, but uh, I loved how you could use the world as finishers and stuff. Like,
Tried that. It was fun.
yeah, slam a garage door down on a guy. It
Yeah.
was so much fun, and it was Chinese mafia. Oh, so good, so good. Trey.
So my number 4, it is a very, very fun game. Gotta put my boots on for this one. Number 4 is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh my God, there's no way.
Is that your
All
number four
right,
as
okay.
well?
That's my number 4 too. Oh
Okay,
wow, that's a
okay,
great
okay.
going.
All right, we finally had one, so you all can
Wow, let's
Yeah,
talk at
go.
the same
good
time, and
on.
then we'll go back to me.
It's with what Rockstar, and like this is why I really criticize games like what we talked about earlier with Starfield and stuff like that, on
Honestly,
what gaming companies can make. And Rockstar time and time again has showed us what we thought was impossible possible. And just with how they were able to develop, backing off of GTA 5, to Red Dead Redemption 2, with all the environmental aspects of it, and just everything into detail. And there's still some things when I go back and play that I've never encountered, and this game's been out for years now.
six.
It just shows you what a good game can be, and what a company of, just a good company all around, what they can produce and what they can make. And that's the standard. But Rockstar, we can all agree Rockstar's in a different league of their own
It
when it
is.
comes to
It
game
really
content
is.
and making
I'll
game
admit it,
creation.
but yeah, I hate GTA. So I
Crazy.
love Bully though.
But
I love Bully and I love Red Dead.
but Dower,
GTA is
what's
just not for
your
me.
what do you think about like Red Dead Redemption 2? Like what makes, are you on kind of the same page with me? Is there
I mean,
anything?
I'm all the way there with you. Okay, but here's my thing with it. So I played it when it dropped on Game Pass. By the way, that reveal they come into Game Pass, it was such a great news. It was getting me hyped for
Yeah.
Xbox Series X and the Xbox ecosystem and everything. Played it day one when it launched on Game Pass. I believe it was May 2020, so whatever. Uh, First 5 minutes, I'm like, how can a game look this good? Like, I honestly, first 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, I'm like, wait, it's getting better now. It's getting better and better with the visuals and quality and everything. I'm like, I've never seen a game. I mean, I have not played Horizon Forbidden West yet. Okay, I'm not, but I still think it's still the best looking game. I mean, I'm saying I have not played Horizon Forbidden West yet. I still
Yeah.
believe that game, and I played it on my One X. So once we get like a next gen update for it or something, obviously it's just gonna look better.
Oh yeah, it's
so,
gonna be insane.
so yeah, I mean, like Trey said, the details, the stuff, everything, dialogue. Arthur Morgan is such a great protagonist. Oh
Oh
my god, I
yeah.
love him to death. The ending was
Yeah.
kind of sad for me,
Yeah.
obviously, but like I got a
Both
somewhat
Red
a
Dead's
bad ending.
endings are sad.
And I just
Yeah,
love that, if you played the first one, like you get to play as John Marston like
hmm
towards the
hmm
end, and like you get to see his story. If you played the first one, you get to see his story of him coming up in the
yeah.
world through somebody else's eyes, and I thought that was amazing. I
I
thought that
uh
was just
I
great.
played Red Dead 2 and then I went to Red Dead 1, which kind of worked out to be honest because Red Dead 2
Yeah.
is a prequel to Red Dead 1. So
Yeah.
and even when I went back to Red Dead 1, it obviously the visuals, there's a huge difference between the visuals. I mean, it's just like
Mhm.
they killed it with RDR2. That's
Dude.
a way to do a
Yeah.
sequel, by the way.
Absolutely.
But like still for 2010, Red Dead Redemption 1 was a great game and deserved to win Game of the Year. And as much as I love God of War 2018, God of War 2018 is a phenomenal game. Red Dead Redemption 2 should have won Game of the Year. It should.
Yep.
I
Yep.
just don't
I
know how
100%.
because
I
it has set standards. It's a game
100%
set
extend
like
with
it
you.
has set trends for like and then there like we were talking about Starfield, right?
Hmm.
That's like that just blows me away how Rockstar did that 5 years ago and like Starfield, so many other developers, not just Starfield by the
Yep.
way. Even Spider-Man 2 looks good, but not that level. Like
Yep.
not that level at all.
I
So
think
Yeah.
Spider-Man
And
1 looks better than Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
You're
kind of
crazy.
agree with you, to
Y'all
be honest.
crazy. Nah, that's crazy. But I just pinning back off of the Red Dead Redemption 2, is that just how, just with everything they were able to accomplish in the game. And I do think that they should have won over God of War just because of the replayability of it
Mhm.
and everything like that. Did not really like Red Dead Online, be honest with you. Really didn't like
Mhm.
it. I just did
Oh, yeah.
single player stuff, but
Uh-huh.
just how you were able to travel and you were kind of in New Orleans and like you're in the swamp and you would run across these like huge alligators and like everything like that. It's just crazy, man. It's a fantastic game. But yeah, that's my number 4.
All
That's
right,
So
mine too.
on number 3. Okay, my number
Who's going?
3
Oh,
is
yours.
yeah.
Final Fantasy 12.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And I know people are like, "What the hell's wrong with this man?" Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be seven,
Yeah.
7 or 9, or what is it? Oh, 8. It's like usually one of those 3 that everyone says is like. To me, that one's my favorite because it's not a sappy love story. All the other Final Fantasies have a lot of sappy love stories in them. That one it's just a straight story, and the gameplay was the same as KOTOR. That's why I liked it so much. Um, it was just an all around great game. Like, and I own it on every single platform. I had it on PS2. I have it on Xbox. I have it on PlayStation 4. I have it on PC, and I have it on Switch.
Jeez.
But anyway, that's enough for me. Let's go to Dower.
Number 3. It's kind of fitting how it goes to
I'm
number 3.
excited to see Dowers. I'm excited.
But quick thing, before we go over there, what you said, Jared, you said, like people would think, what's wrong with you? I mean, they probably thought about them when you said olives is your favorite food, like green olives. So,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. so,
They've
so,
already
yeah.
thought about that way in the beginning of the
No,
episode.
no. What they thought is there's something seriously wrong with this man. He doesn't
Yeah,
like
Mm.
yeah.
chocolate. He doesn't.
So, number 3 is, I don't know how Jared does not have this in his list though. It's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's it's like, I mean, it's like, but when it comes to setting standards, it has set standards for open world games, and like with the RPG elements and stuff, like the amount of things, the choices you make in that game and how it affects the game. Like even and the side quests are like pretty much, I mean, they say they're side quests, but like they play a huge role in your main story too. They do. And it's just like how special that game is, like quests and everything. Geralt, like Arthur Morgan and Geralt of Rivia, like they're like my 2 favorite protagonists all time. They both are. Like it's just, and like but Mass Effect, I was saying this game writing and like delivery and like the quest, the creatures presentation, like the final boss fights, and I mean the whole journey, finding Ciri. Once you greet Ciri, once you save her, dude, I'm not gonna say I tear it up, but obviously it just felt, it touched me. It really did, like how you got to her and like finally that long 22 hours. But it's not a 22-hour game, but like I believe 22, 25 hours when you get to Ciri or something. But once you get there, it's just like finally, all right, we finally found her. It's just so good. And also, and then it goes to that fight, that part with the Wild Hunt and everything.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And again, their DLCs are amazing too. If you're gonna play the main story, I would definitely recommend to play both DLCs. Blood and Wine, and the other one was Heart something. Hearts of
Blood
Stone.
and
What is
Wine
it
is the
called?
one I recommend more than the others, though.
It's bigger though, but Hearthstone has some really solid writing though. Like the
Yeah, they
parts
both
when
have
you
great
the ghost
writing.
part, yeah, the ghost part in the Hearts of Stone is really, it's creepy and it's fun. It's really good. So yeah, but also there are some horror elements in some parts of the game too. It's a huge, massive game. What do you think about it, Trey? You don't like it?
I like The Witcher 3 a lot.
Gotcha, gotcha,
I was letting you cook. I was letting you cook. Yeah, no,
cool.
I enjoy The Witcher 3. I think it's a
Gotcha, gotcha.
great storytelling. And I hate that, I'm really glad that CD Projekt Red was able to turn around Cyberpunk because I don't want their legacy to get tarnished
Cyberpunk is a great game too, but
because Witcher 3 was a phenomenal game. So,
and yeah,
Next one's
sorry
in
to cut you off
development.
again. But
mm,
yeah, and then they're also doing the remake for 1. I'm looking forward. I played 3 and 2. I tried to play with 1. I couldn't do it because it just doesn't work on the PC with my controller. I'm
yeah.
I'm not a keyboard guy, so
Same.
Also, with the Witcher 3, they also did a phenomenal free update for the next gen. The next gen update free was just, I don't know, CD Projekt Red is kind of making up for what went wrong with Cyberpunk, but still, they've done great. Like, they've done way too much. But
They're
even with
really
the next
big
gen
with the
update for
community.
Cyberpunk and
Yeah.
The Witcher 3, great. I love that studio, man. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear yours, Trey.
All right, number 3. This game came out on a crazy date, just an insane date. Never seen this before. Came out in 11/11/11, and that is Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Yeah,
The same night I broke my
but
foot, and you know why.
yeah, it was I got, and this was like growing up. Because I was, I think, 8th grade, 9th grade. I was like in middle school still, and it came out, and it just like, I played Oblivion, and I love Oblivion. I do. But Skyrim just consumed me, and I always go back and replay it. I bought this game. I can't even tell you how many times I bought Skyrim. Like, I bought it on everything. I bought it on Switch, bought it on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. And
It's on Alexa.
it's just a fan. Or yeah, it
Nice,
is.
isn't it?
But it's just my definition of what a role playing game should be. What an open world RPG should be is Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and that's just how it's my standard for any game. I base it off of how good is it compared to Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and with Bethesda, they killed it with that. They absolutely killed it. Love the bugs, and I just remember like when I first started playing the game, and I was walking to go do this quest. I had to go to this town, and all of a sudden I hear this crazy noise, and I'm like, "What is that?"
Oh,
And I look
yeah.
up, and there's a freaking dragon coming at me. Freaked me out, and I had to fight a dragon. It was insane. I was freaking out. But that is just a phenomenal game, and there's so many people that can probably vouch for me and say this is in their top 5 as well, because I mean it won so many awards for a reason.
Yeah, it
It's
did. And
so
well
good.
deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. How about Dower? You start with number 2.
Oh, it's number 2 now. Yeah. I mean, this might be a surprise for most of them, but it's my game. Like, I mean, like I've said it before, I'll say it again. Gameplay is like my thing, right? And it's somewhat of an RPG too. So it's Middle Earth: Shadow of War. I mean, I would say
Nice.
both Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. They both are phenomenal, great games. The thing with that is like, I mean, like when I was talking about other games with story details and everything, this game, like the amount of gameplay option you have, like the stuff that you can do with the gameplay elements, like how you can kill the orcs, how you can like recruit them, how you can like build a fortress, defend or attack, or like capture a fortress. It's just so much. The Nemesis system, by the way, I'm sorry if we didn't even mention that. It's just so much. And then there are like the how it presents to, like you were talking about dragons, right? Like in this game, you kind of fly a dragon and then like burn people off with that dragon. It's just, and like meeting a tree, like talking trees, creatures and everything. I mean, and then you can mount those big things. I forgot what they're called. You can obviously mount like a wolf-like thing. I forgot their names. Caragor, I believe. There's one Caragor and the big guy. I don't know what they're called, but when you mount them and control them to like take off those orcs and stuff, it's just like it's so fun. Like once I start, it's so addicting. Once I start playing it, like I was just recently replaying it on my PC, and I obviously it's running at like 90, 100 frames per second. It's a thing of beauty, and just slicing them off with your sword is just a thing of beauty. So yeah,
Nice.
Shadow of War is my number 2. It's a surprise, I know. For most people, are
Nice.
like, "Wait, what?
Hey, that's a great game. I support your number 2. All right. What about actually I'll go next.
Yeah.
And then we'll let Trey do number 2.
I'm curious to see your number 2. I'm curious because your list is everywhere. I'm curious to see this.
Well, it's from Bethesda, but it's not by the Bethesda team.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Guess this right now. I literally can guess this right now. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready for me to guess this?
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
Don't you remember how excited I was when that game was coming out?
This is the biggest Fallout New Vegas fan I've ever met in my life. Like, it's kind of insane. Like, it was good though. Don't get me wrong, but
it's better than 3. Fan. Its story is better. The characters are better. The companion system is better. Yes, it is. It is.
You ain't hear that from me. Hey, chat. You did not hear that from me. The viewers did not hear me say that. So,
no, is it better than 4 though, or no?
It's better. In my opinion, it's better than 4.
Okay.
It's done by
Obsidian?
yeah, Obsidian, and it is just by far like the companion system. The way it starts out, you're not a vault dweller like you are in all the other Fallouts. You're just an average Joe who is basically a mailman. And then you just go out on an adventure and you can take 10 million roads to become the head of Vegas in sort of ways. Not really head of Vegas, but like it's all about taking over Vegas. Like you can go down the Caesar's Legion path or Yes Man path, which you are the head of Vegas, or the Mr. House pass. I mean, there's just so the way that game is story wise, the way you can choose your directions or whatever, is phenomenal. All the sub characters, not races, all the factions. I love the faction element of that game. That you can piss a faction off, and then they can hate you. But if you throw on their clothing, you can sneak into camps and stuff like that. It's really cool. What's your number 2, Trey?
And listen, I want the viewers to see Jared's face when I say this, okay? I want them to see it because I don't know what his deal is with this franchise, and I will never understand it, and I don't care.
Can I guess what you're about to say?
This is one of the greatest.
Can I say it?
Greatest. Hold on. This is one of the greatest games to ever have been made. Ever. There's no competition. This is one of the greatest games to ever be made. Best open world. It is fantastic. So much fun. Replayability's through the roof. I've had so many fun memories. Grand Theft Auto 5. And
Yeah.
it is. It's I don't care. People complain about how it gets re-released so many times because it is
It's
one
not
of the greatest games of
Skyrim.
all time. Stats don't lie. You look at stats, look how many times GTA 5's been sold.
It's still selling like crazy, which is dumb though.
It's usually still in the top 10 last I checked.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
And you know that game came out on 360 and it's still one of the greatest selling games right now. And PS3.
Yeah.
So yeah. And it's phenomenal. I've had so much fun with that game, and it's beautiful, masterpiece, 10 out of 10. Can't wait for GTA 6. Going to be crazy.
I'm pretty sure I know what your number 1 is, Trey, but what is it?
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned this last week, so everybody knows. Like,
yeah, y'all go ahead with y'all's numbers.
Unless we got new viewers.
No, that's the reason we're going with you first, because we already know what it is. Just go on and say it.
Hopefully we get new viewers, by the way, so it's going to be a great thing. So you can still go off and say
the greatest game of all time came out September 25th, 2007. It's Halo 3, greatest game of all time. And you don't like. There's no possible way you can debate with me over this because I am going to stand firm on my beliefs. And then I'm just saying, these viewers, number one game is Halo 3. It's fantastic. It got me hooked in the FPSs and really hooked. And I had the best time on 360 playing that game, and will forever love it. So dear to my heart. So
yeah, definitely the second best Halo behind Reach.
Yeah.
Me and him used to
know his list. Y'all know his list.
Well, no, you guys don't know what my number 1 is, but my number 1, because we're gonna let Dower finish us off, is Dragon Age Origins.
Okay, yeah, I was not expecting this to be there, to be honest.
The reason it's Dragon Age Origins is that is the KOTOR team, and they took it to. I mean, it's pretty much everybody who did KOTOR, maybe a couple exceptions, but it is just by far one of the best stories in all of fantasy RPGs. Excuse viewers, I'll try and remember to mute that. My head hitting the microphone, but anyway, but still, like the characters in it. Lily, Liana, Morgan, Stan. Oh, such a good game. And it really built the franchise. Dragon Age Inquisition, that storytelling came back for the most part. 2 wasn't a misstep, but it was still good. Anyway, Your turn.
Jared, can I ask you a quick question
What?
before I go? If I don't play the first 2, 3, can I go straight to Dragon Age Inquisition?
Oh
Or no?
yeah. Unlike Mass Effect, they're not directly tied to each other. None of them are.
Okay, cool.
2 is a little bit, but it's just for a piece of the game, and it's not even a big piece. But I think I'm pretty sure it's still active. But there is a website you go to, Dragon Age Feed or something. I'll send it to you. But you literally can go through and do all the major choices if you wanted to change up how the game will play. And all it is just history events. It really doesn't affect the overall game. Now, there are some characters that might make an appearance that you could have killed off in Origins and 2, but unlike Mass Effect, they're all their individual stories.
Okay, great. That's what I wanted to hear. I mean, it's because it has 60 frames per second boost on Series X, and I actually own it. I bought it a while ago, but I've never played it.
You said you got a PC, right?
I got a PC too.
Yeah,
but I think I just bought it on Xbox. It's there. I might have to rebuy it. Unless it's still on Game Pass.
It's in Game Pass. It's part of, and if you have Game Pass Ultimate, it's part of the EA access.
EA Play.
Yeah, and
cool.
so I just recommend probably your best experience will be on PC nowadays, but it still runs great on Xbox. But
gotcha.
Let's hear your number one.
So I'm left, right?
Yep,
Right.
you're the finisher.
Yeah, before we go, and I'm sorry, it's just it's sad that I did not even include this. I think I should have this in my honorable mention over Spider-Man. The Halo 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. They should be in my honorable mention, not Spider-Man. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of like totally, it's just like my mind was not working. Halo, that franchise is just like really important to the world of gaming and even to me as well because it made me turn into. I was not into first-person shooters at all. Like no first-person game until I play Halo. That's the reason why I like first-person games now. I mean, not all of them, but it's like a few of them. I tried because of Halo. I tried Titanfall 2. Tried Doom. I tried Dishonored 2. Great games, by the way. And like all the other great Cyberpunk. I would not have played any first person if it wasn't for Halo. So Halo 1, 2, and 3.
That's fair. That's fair.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So number one game, I almost gave this away when I was talking about Bloodborne. So its pronunciation, I believe, is Shakiro. Shadows Die Twice. It's not Sakura. Most people say Sakura, but I think it's a Japanese game, so it's got to be Shakiro in my opinion. It's like they kind of go with this E, harder E. So yeah, it's Shakiro Shadows Die Twice. Mentioned before, gameplay guy, right? And like I talked to this about Jared before. Like the best dream game would be for me. It's a great action adventure with perfect sword fighting, like satisfying sword fighting.
Yeah.
To this day, I have not played a game with more satisfying gameplay than Shakiro. I have not. It's just yeah, it's the thing with that game is, and I again, like I said about Halo, how Halo helped me play first person games.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared of FromSoft like games, like the Dark Souls games, because I just want to play games to have fun. But every time I look at a clip of Shakiro or some screenshots of Shakiro with the swords and everything, like how the guy is just destroying, or like even getting like having a what's the word for sword fight or whatever? It's dueling, I guess. Yeah, sword duels. Like yeah. Once I see those clips, I hear those sounds of swords like cracking, like touching. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting all the words mixed up. It's just so good. The swords when they collide, and you hear that sound, the sparks come off the swords. It's just like I was like, man, I should give this game a try. I mean, because I love swords. I tried it. I went with the mindset I'm gonna die thousands of times. Or I went with that mindset. If I don't like it, I'm just gonna trade it in. I went there, I played it, and dude, it took me 2 months. But once I beat that game, it was 4 o'clock in the morning when I beat it. I actually went to my mom and dad and woke them up. Hey, by the way, I'm a 21-year-old here. I went to them. Hey, I beat this game. I finally beat it. So it's like, yeah. They were like, dude, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Go back to sleep or something. Like, get rid of games. Like, you have a life. You're a 21-year-old. Like, come on, dude. Not 20. Sorry, not 21. I'm 27. I was 27. I'm sorry. It was year 21. I'm sorry. So, dude, yeah, it's just. If you're scared of Souls game, I mean, most people say it's the hardest, but I think for me it's a bit easier compared to other Souls games, even Elden Ring, because it does not have the stamina bar. You don't have to worry about your stamina running out. So you can constantly just keep moving and not like worry
Yeah.
about you getting stuck or frozen. So yeah, I mean, I can talk about this game forever. It's just so good. The boss fights, I think, like I said, it has the best, most satisfying combat. It has the best boss fights too. So Shakiro is my number one. Yeah, and
Nice.
also won Game of the Year in 2019 too. So yeah.
All right. Well, we covered all of our games, so we've got no trivia question this week. So we're just going to jump straight to what's the next thing you're playing and our socials. We'll do them together. So we'll start off with Dower.
Again, man, you're making me talk a lot today. Not even giving me breaks, man. What the hell? Yeah,
That's why it's
I'm
called
excited.
round robin. I just pick
Round
whoever wants
robin.
to speak.
Gotcha. What was the question again? Sorry.
Your socials and what you're going to be playing next.
Oh, what are we playing next? I think it's still gonna continue with All right, let me get my social first. It's Dower_Hussein on Twitter, and my gamer tag on Xbox is Dower Rock and Roll. You can follow me over there if you want me to, and if you want to friend up and play some Halo sometime. I'm always down to play Halo Infinite. So yeah, and also some Rocket League too. So as of right now, still playing Suicide Squad. I don't think I'll be picking up a brand new game until Stellar Blade. So yeah, I think it's just Suicide Squad and Tekken 8 for now. Yeah. Sorry. I might get 2K24 because Trey is saying it's really good. So I mean, if it's not an
Hit
upgrade
me
over
up. Hit me
22,
up. Hit
23,
me up.
yeah, I think it's on sale right now on Xbox.
It is
lead
on
you to the
sale, but
promised
it
land,
might
Dower.
also be in PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
Nah, it's not.
Not
it's
yet.
The demo is. The demo is, yeah. But it's
Okay.
not like you can play like 4 hours or something.
But
gotta
you
buy
can
it.
try
But
it before you get
it's like
into it.
$20, $25. Great game though. Fantastic.
Gotcha.
All right.
And it has my favorite player all time on it, Kobe. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr.
Yeah,
Lakers
100%.
fan.
Yep. Well, you can catch me Twitter, TC Woozy, PlayStation and Xbox TC Woozy. Space on the Xbox. But yeah, just hit me up. Next game I'm gonna play. Probably. I'm not gonna lie. I've been getting into FC24 like heavy, but Dower wants to play 2K. I'm down for it. Probably gonna play Warzone. Finish up Last of Us Part 2. Give Dower my in-depth review since he's the biggest Last of Us Part 2 hater. And kind of go from
and
there.
just make
Kind of
us
go from
goal that
there.
very early in the game, man. So.
Yeah, and if anybody has side note, any viewer has
Team
any good
Abby.
build for a striker on the FC24, let me know. Let me know. All right.
All right. Well, it's my turn. My socials are random_name on Twitter or X or whatever we call it these days. And then my gamer tag is Bex, BECKS, the THE name, spaces on Xbox, and some random name on PlayStation. I wanted that on Xbox, but it wasn't available. Anyway, my next game will be Grand Blue Fantasy. I might still do a little bit of mopping up on Infinite Wealth, and definitely probably Fortnite this week.
And I'm so sorry, guys. Again, I can't think today. So I said NBA 2K24 is gonna be my next game. Like we talked about Helldivers too. So it's at $40. I might pick it up.
Hit me up.
Alright.
Hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. We'll
Man.
play.
We have to work out a schedule though.
Yeah.
I might pick it up. Do you guys? Let me ask you all this. Do you know if it's crossplay? Because I might get it on PC.
I'm not sure. It might be. It might be.
I'll
since
look
it's
into it.
PC.
I've got both, so
Yeah, I think it is. I think somebody said that, but I'm don't 100% like.
just because I just want to use this controller.
Okay.
You don't like
Okay.
DualSense,
Sorry.
bro?
DualSense is okay. I will say this as an Xbox fan, DualSense is the best controller I've ever used. So I'll say that.
Hey. But I like this joystick layout.
You'll get used to the new one. We
But-
know the DualSense.
Can I say something to that quickly? All right. So what DualSense or DualSense Edge, whatever, they are great controllers. I like them a lot. I mean, the new features they've added, it feels like it's expensive stuff right there when you're holding it and when you're playing it. My thing with the biggest issue is I don't know if you guys agree. Even though I got a long USB cord for it to charge it up, I mean, but the battery is just
Yeah,
come on,
batteries suck.
it's horrible. Like so that's why my favorite controller would always be Xbox Elite or the new Razer controllers because I mean, they don't have the DualSense features, but they still have other features, right? And then you get 40-hour battery.
Xbox is making
Dude.
one, so we'll get the.
I'm
DualSense
telling you
features.
though, I'm telling you, like I love the Xbox. Like as you can tell, I have a
Yeah, I had those
Elite
too.
controller. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you right now, the biggest game changer for the controller for the DualSense is those adaptive triggers, man. When you're
I mean,
playing like 2K, when you're playing 2K and someone guards you up, it's
Mhm.
harder for you to run. Like it's harder for you to press down. Same thing for in Call of Duty. Some guns have different sensitivities whenever you pull it and it like has kickback and stuff. It's insane. It's insane.
They are nice features, but due to my crappy hands and the stuff wrong with them, I have to turn off all the features in the DualSense.
Oh no.
I mean, I
love
don't
them.
even use vibration when I play with controllers.
See, I always use vibration.
I mean, yeah, vibration adds some fun part. I mean, like, yeah, I've also the adaptive trigger part. I want to say it has a lot of games have adapted it, but Spider-Man 2 also did a really good job with it, especially when you're like cracking those
Mhm.
rocks for Sandman or something.
Yep.
It's like I like how it gets hard for a second and then you like softens up. It's really good though. Yeah.
My hands just hurt for some with
Man
that kind
up,
of stuff.
dude. Eat more chicken wings and get rid of your green olives and stuff, man.
No, I think it's just mine is just too many years of gaming and it just screwed them up.
And again, both controllers are great. It's just like like
Yeah, I like
Jared
both
said,
controllers, but I just prefer offset joysticks.
I prefer that the style of the Xbox controllers, like how they're set up with the sticks though. Like I prefer my
Offset.
stick being up. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's time to call it a night. We'll catch everybody on the flip side.
Salute.
It was a
You guys
great
have a
show.
good
I had
time.
fun.
See you next week.
See you next time.
Take care, guys.